All right, so welcome to another video. Today what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at Snapchat, and this stock's selling off along with a lot of the other parts of the market, and I'm going to go ahead and do a quick analysis for you guys so you get some insight on where some support and key levels are. Now you might be thinking this is a huge crash, but I don't want to spur any kind of negative emotional feelings or fear promote on this. So it's just kind of give you a taste and insight of, yeah, we're selling off big, but let's just keep a humble head on this and make sure we understand our key levels. So as we go into Snap here and we check things out, and by the way, if you want to get some your own requests and need to do a video, just go to our Discord channel and you can go ahead and do a request there. So if we check out this stock on Snap and just check out what's been going on the last kind of 5 years, you can see right here, this stock basically did nothing for a little while, grinded up, and now we're pulling back kind of to those similar levels just a few years back. So if we check this out on the chart, I mean, it looks really panicky here recently on Snap right here. It looks really nasty here on the sell-off and selling pressure. But let's look at a little bit more of the longer term right here. And this is what I'm watching is one of my biggest key levels that I looked at is, okay, as we were grinding up here to the upside, we broke this upside trend, but we also had some support here, which I'll show you right there as we zoom in. And we'll go to kind of like a weekly. And you'll see in this weekly, we hit some support levels multiple times, just about. That one's a little bit close call, but anyways, we started getting in here. We tried to hold, and then once we couldn't hold, it's just starting to roll over. So that's a bit of the issue with this. We also had some toppy action around 80, so that gave some pressure. So this was our sideways move and sideways problem right here. So we're just doing nothing for a little while, and now we've got this selling pressure along with the rest of the market that's going into this. So what level can you see this kind of coming back into? I would start watching levels back to what it was on the IPO, around like, the $28 level or so, where it could actually do a bounce. Until that point, there's not enough buyers kind of supporting this stock, and along with a weak market, this could be a problem. So you could see some retracements to that 50 to retest, but I think we might come back to see around that $30 price point to kind of just give it a retest and see what happens, right? So that's what I would look for. Is kind of this 26 is also from this swing high, could be a key level. So that's really where we're at because there's not a lot of price action before that. So if you're looking for the stock to kind of hold its own right now, maybe it might. And really the earnings is key, and that's going to happen on 2-3. And that's when you'll see if we're going to continue to tank or power higher. Netflix reported earnings. It doesn't look good. So a lot of times if earnings sell off, they kind of go with the market and not necessarily always what they say, because even if earnings are bad, sometimes if the market's trending higher, then they'll keep trending that way. But in this case, the earnings, even the good ones have had some trouble. So I think even with this earnings report that we have coming out here, we could get some trouble in this stock. So I think ultimately we're going to get back into about the $30 level, 28, 26, kind of in that zone. And then we'll see from there. If it keeps moving lower, then you could see some other problems. And in that case, man, you could see a $10 here. But in that level, you could also see a buyout or something like that. If somebody's interested, maybe like Facebook or who knows, Microsoft or somebody else, who knows? You never know what deals will be getting done at lower price levels, because that's when you start getting into some interesting levels. Anyway, so here we got 20. We've got about 28. Those are some key support levels. You've got resistance right there at around 80. These are kind of the key levels to watch, see how the stock comes into them. And if it holds well, then you could see those bounces. But until that point, just kind of sit tight and wait. This depends if you're a long-term investor or short-term trader. If you're a short-term trader, wait for the bounces here for the upside. Or if you like to short, wait for a bounce, and then you could short it as it's starting to roll back over. So those are the things that I would look for as I'm looking to do and set up those trades. Anyways, thanks for joining me. Enjoy the rest of the weekend ahead, and I will see you on the next update.